Welcome back to the Dan Fagan Show right here on WGSO, speaking easy New Orleans style. Our number 556-9696, 556-9696. We're streaming live on WGSO.com. Also, if you have to go and you can't hear the rest of the broadcast, you can check us out on WGSO.com on the podcast page. We will podcast the broadcast right after the show. We're glad you're here. 556-9696, 556-9696. It's a heartbreaking thing, folks. It's a heartbreaking thing to see what's happening in our country with race relations. I was hopeful that when we elected a president who was a man of color, that race relations in this country would heal and we would see progress. I think the opposite has actually happened. And I don't really know why that is, but I think it's pretty obvious. The Trayvon Martin case obviously was a really big deal. And there are many who are under the impression that as a nation, we are a people who have hatred in our heart for other races. That's just how they operate. And they're always looking for a racist under a bush, so to speak. It's their first inclination. You did what? Oh, you did that because you're a racist. And most times it's not racially motivated. It's just you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing, but you can't assign hatred to someone's heart without being able to see their heart. One thing I learned a long time ago, you don't really know what is in someone else's heart. I can't speak to what motivates you. I can't say whether or not you're doing such and such because of this or that. I don't know what's inside your heart. And yet we have a whole movement in this country that's going around pointing their finger saying, now you're a racist. I'll look at you, you're a racist. They don't know. You don't know what was in Zimmerman's heart as he was getting his head banged against the cement. Do you honestly think, oh, this is a great opportunity to kill a black man? Do you think that's what he was thinking? Or do you think he might have been thinking, if this guy continues to pound my head against the cement, I'm going to die? Or in the case of Marshall Coulter and Merritt Landry, Marshall Coulter, the 14-year-old whose brother says he had a history of breaking into houses in the neighborhood in Marigny. And Merritt Landry, 33-year-old homeowner, has a little baby at home, or a pregnant wife. He sees this young man in his backyard, 30 feet from his back door, jumps the fence. He says that Coulter went for something. Do you honestly think Merritt Landry thought, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to kill a black person? My whole life I've been wanting to kill a black person. This is perfect. Honestly, folks, this guy was afraid. Now, I don't know for sure. I don't know Merritt Landry. I don't know George Zimmerman. Maybe they are racist. Maybe they do want to. Maybe they were walking around in life hoping to kill someone of a different race. Maybe that was their goal. But to just automatically assume that without knowing their hearts. And what are we really talking about when we talk about racism? We're not talking about racism. We're not talking about race relations. We're talking about the message that is so predominant in the Democratic Party. And I remember it was the most transparent speech I've ever seen a politician give that I thought revealed what the Democratic Party is about more than anything else. When John Kerry, when he was running against George Bush at his nomination speech at the Democratic National Convention, gave a stirring speech that every fifth line was, help is on the way. You remember it? For you single moms who can't pay your bills, help is on the way. For you young teenager who doesn't believe that you have a bright future, help is on the way. And that was the message that John Kerry delivered. What was he saying? You're a victim. You're a victim. You can't make it without me. You can't make it without government. And folks, when we talk about the race baiters, they're not pushing the race card. That's not what they're pushing. They're pushing the victim card. Let me tell you something. I am a overweight, balding Irishman. And I guarantee you there are people who look at me and have prejudice in their heart because of my appearance. I don't care. That doesn't affect me because I'm not a victim. I control my destiny. I don't care if people hate me or discriminate against me or don't want to be around me because of my appearance or my race or my ethnicity or my religious beliefs. I don't care because that doesn't affect me because I'm not a victim. And until we as a culture reject the notion that we're all a bunch of victims, that's what the Democratic Party pushes. You're a victim. The man will keep you down unless you vote for us. You will never make it in life. You're not a part of the in crowd unless you vote for us. That's what this race relations debate is about. The Al Sharptons and the Jesse Jacksons and the Barack Obamas of the world are saying to their people, you're victims. You cannot make it. It's not going to happen for you because the man will keep you down. Here's the destructive part about the victimization message. When you believe you're a victim, you're stuck. If I believe I am where I am because of what's happened to me, I'm stuck. Because if I am where I am because of what's happened to me, I can't do anything about it because it happened to me. But the truth of the matter is, I am where I am because of the choices I've made. I am where I am because of the decisions I've made. Which means I can get out of where I am by making better decisions, by making better choices. That's the message, ladies and gentlemen, that will revolutionize this country. Because the race baiters and the you need me crowd politician will be neutralized. They'll have no followers. Once we let people know, we convince folks that you do not need government. You control your own destiny. You were gifted with everything you need to make it in life. Deposited in you were the talents, abilities, ambitions you need to be successful in what is the freest country in the history of the planet. Do not accept the fact that you're a victim. Reject the politician who tells you you can't make it because of the color of your skin. Reject the politician who tells you you can't make it because the white man will keep you down. Reject it. He's insulting you. It is racism, frankly. You want to talk about racism? What's the most racist thing out there? My opinion, affirmative action. What's the party that pushes affirmative action? The Democrats. Why? Because they say unless we have government give certain races a leg up, they won't be able to make it in life. Are you kidding me? Can you get more racist than that? If you're a part of this race, you don't have what it takes to make it. That's the very definition of racism. We've got to appeal to the folks in our lives, in our circle of influence, and let them know you've got everything you need to make it. Your neighbor isn't your problem. Your boss isn't your problem. The guy down the street who doesn't like you because of the color of your skin is not your problem. You are equipped. You are equipped to do everything you need in this life. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. 504-556-9696 is the number. 504-556-9696. We'd love to hear from you. You're listening to the Dan Fagan Show on AM 990 WGSO, also online, WGSO.com. Stay with us.